Hey, konnichiwa, minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. Yes, I've got a comic book review for you. It is Spider-Man 94, issue 1, written by J.M. DeMatteis. It's got art by Jim Towe, colours Jim Campbell, letters Joe Caramagna. This is $4.99. It's an oversized book. There's 32 pages, according to the synopsis. I read through it, and yeah, there are a lot. Very colourful, very bright. It's basically the hit 90s animated series in comic book form, which I've got to point out I've never seen. I've never seen this, so I'm new to this. I've gone into this issue brand new and see what I thought of it. I enjoyed it. Peter Parker looks a bit different to what I'm used to, but I guess they're going for the animation style. Yeah, some villains I'm not sure about who they are, but it's good. It's a fun book. That's one of the most things, most important things about it. It's fun, it's positive, it's optimistic. You've got Peter and MJ together. You get quite a bit of catch up about what was going on in, I guess, the final story of the animated series. We get hints that we're going to find out how that was resolved, but we don't really find that out in this issue. Not fully. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say. I'm going to jump into the book, show you some of the art, talk about what I've enjoyed about it. I'm not going to spoil the ending, so don't worry about that. And I'll give a score at the end and show you my favourite of the variant covers. So, if you're still here, keep watching, please. And here we go. On the first page here, we open somewhere mysterious. We see a cocoon hanging from the ceiling. Our point of view zooms in and we see a face. Eyes open, the eyes are red. Something or someone says, "I am awake, Father." This strange being talks about his hunger growing and his fury, and then says a name, Kaine. "Find him, Kaine." "I will," says the figure, and dives off the rooftop. Then we get this great single page of Spidey and Mary Jane swinging through the city. Spidey's narration is saying he's happy. Mary Jane and Spidey are back together. No one is ever going to take her away again. Chapter 1, The Awakening. Love the colours in this. Great to see a really bright, colourful comic book here. Peter's asking MJ if she can believe that they're back home in New York. So I guess this continues from the animation. And as I already said, I don't know the animation, so you got to bear with me, folks. Then we get a closer look at the Peter from the animation. He looks very different to the current Peter Parker in the comic books, doesn't he? But that doesn't bother me. What surprises me here is that MJ asks Peter to marry her. He replies. That's not quite the response I was expecting. What's wrong? Okay, are you ready for some exposition? It's a big catch-up page. Here we go. What's wrong? So Peter is thinking all this. He's not saying it to Mary Jane, but MJ tumbled into some kind of crazy time dilation vortex. Pete thought he'd lost her forever. When she returned, they started to rebuild their life together. They got married. Only one problem. The MJ that returned turned out to be a clone. Yep, here we go with the clones. Created by Dr. Miles Warren, a clone who died in Peter's arms on their honeymoon. Oh my goodness. Now, after months of searching, of facing unspeakable horrors, I've brought you home. Then we get a little asterisk saying, "A tale will tell eventually." So we're going to get that catch up eventually, I guess. Depends how long this goes on for. But yeah, that is a lot of what happened. If you saw the animation, if you remember it, I guess you know what's going on. But as I keep saying, this is all new to me. Then we hear Peter's thoughts. He's wondering why he feels so scared all of a sudden. And he's telling Mary Jane, like, "We were already married, so I don't see why." "You don't see, Peter, that wasn't me." So she knows it was a clone. "MJ, wait!" MJ storms off and slams the door. Well, the old Parker look runs true to form. If so, then things can only get worse. Then we see a shadowy figure, like crouching on the rooftop, I guess looking down at Peter. Is his spider sense working? Is that why he was saying he felt scared? It's Kaine, and not the Kaine from Kung Fu. The scene then shifts to the Sims Foundation, a global enterprise. Their job is to improve life on the planet. We see an old guy, I guess it's Mr. Sims, is talking on a screen, talking about how they're going to alleviate world hunger, climate change, make peace around the world, and then, suddenly, the signal breaks down and they lose the feed. That was Ezekiel Sims. And then we go back to the thing in the cocoon. "I fear my awakening consciousness has interfered with my AI doppelganger." Watch out for AI, folks.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
How long have I been regenerating? Kaine tells him 6 months. And then his father asks, have you found him? Yes, father. I guess talking about Spider-Man. But then, Ezekiel, is it? Sims says, until I get him, I need a meal to sustain me. See, father, I found this for you. This thing calls itself Vermin. And I'm getting flashbacks to, wow, the old Spider-Man series by Todd McFarlane. Remember Vermin? Also, oh my god, Kraven's Last Hunt, wow. A fitting name he'll do for the moment. They release him and Vermin charges. Eat you. You know, he's hungry. What are you going to do? And then Vermin gets a good slash in on looks like Morbius's neck. I know it's not, I'm just joking. No, little rat thing. It's I who shall eat you. We don't see it, but it looks like he swallows him whole. Goodness gracious. Okay, the scene shifts to, I guess it's the next morning, and MJ's knocking at the door of the Parker house. Okay, Parker, get up now. It's time for me to ask the question, starting with, what's wrong with you? How can you turn your back on me? On us? Peter protests that he's not turning his back. And so Peter confesses that, because he watched her die once before, he feels like he can't let that happen to him again. He can't lose her again. And MJ replies, don't you think I feel the same way? You're Spider-Man. Every day the dangers you face. I don't know if you're going to come home. Our love has to be bigger than our fear. It has to be stronger. Then she gets down on her knees and asks him a second time, will you marry me? And you better have the right answer this time. And of course, Peter replies a big yes. Could be the Parker look has finally turned round again. Yeah, right. How many times have we heard that one? Then we shift to a classic fight scene. We've got Spidey trying to capture the Molten Man from robbing a jewellery store. This time, Spider-Man, I'm going to kill you. Then let me show you a full page of the art here again. Again, of course, it's really colourful, it's bright, it's beautiful, like the animation. I know people aren't sure about Peter's face, but that's how it was in the series, from what I can see. What do you think of Jim Towe on art here? Anyway, we've got DeMatteis writing some quips, some cracks, some really dodgy jokes, but it's fun. It's meant to be fun. I'm going to boil you like a lobster, says the Molten Man. Sorry, Peter replies, I'm allergic to shellfish. It continues. You ready for this, folks? But you're right. If I let you get an opening, I'm cooked. Just let me skip ahead a little bit, a couple of pages, and we see Spidey on night patrol, but he's getting that weird feeling again that he's being watched. I like the art here. I like Spidey's weird position. It's pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's body accurate, but hey, let's give Jim Towe a pass. Back at May Parker's place and they're having dinner together. Peter's there with MJ. Again, he's getting that feeling, that sensation like, I'm being watched again. Guess who's coming to dinner? It's Kaine. He comes bursting in through the window, glass flying everywhere. Look at May's face. Oh my goodness. He charges over and grabs Peter, picks him up. You are indeed the one, the totem of totems. I can feel it. My father wants you. Peter, says MJ. I'll be okay, I promise. And then Kaine's out, grabbed Peter. He's out the window again, running across the yard. You can see Peter's furious because, Kaine has threatened him and his family, in front of his family. As they're jumping from rooftop to rooftop, Peter gives him a great left hook with a big looking fist there. You're never going to threaten them again. We don't see him change, but suddenly he's in a Spider-Man costume. He grabs Kaine with a web, throws him against a chimney. You invaded my home, you threatened the people I love. Why? Because it serves my father's cause, says Kaine, and gives him a great backhand, ripping his mask. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to stop the story summary here. We still have 6 pages of story to go, and it ends on a heck of a cliffhanger. Wow, there we have it. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you had as much fun as I did reading it. Okay, for a score for this, I'm going to give it a strong 7.5 out of 10. Bright, colourful, lots of fun, and yeah, do let me know what you think about it in the comments. This is one of probably my favourite variant cover. There's about 5, I think, open order covers. This is the John Tyler Christopher action figure variant. Great to see the black suit, the symbiote Spider-Man suit. Love seeing that. And just the design there, the Spider-Man sitting on the title, the web in the background. It's so cool. Looks really, really good. If I can get a physical copy, I would pick this one up. How about you? And as I say, if you're a fan of the animated series, if you've seen it, do let me know if it how it compares to this comic, how the comic compares to the series. Is it accurate? Does Peter Parker look that kind of strange? Not strange, but different in the animated series? I'd love to hear from you. Always great to get comments, and I always do reply. So this has been Grey. A bit hyped up, a bit tired, a bit wired, as you can tell, from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night. Matane.
He swaps his long sword for a Wakizashi, so